Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Mommy Guide Inc. So, for those who are new to the channel, I am Mommy Lala, and welcome to STASHtember Day number 22. And I am actually very happy very blessed that I am able to go live today. For those who have been following me, you do know that we have been expecting a super typhoon. It was supposed to arrive yesterday, but somehow it did enter the Philippine area of responsibility today. But in the Philippines looks like something like that, but it's like from north to south going down. Like, or is it like going like this? Oh my gosh, I think like that, right? So it's divided into three big islands. So you have the Luzon, Visayas, and then the Mindanao, right? So the storm came in from the northernmost part of the Philippines. Where I am is like in the middle. So we in the middle of central Luzon, the upper part, right? So since this is a very huge storm, it basically covers, although we're not going to be hit like the eye of the storm, but still it's very wide. And it's this time of the year, recall, we do have southwest monsoon, and it brings forth more rains on top of what the storm is supposed to bring in. So earlier today, there have been gusts of winds. I actually did shorts for that. I'll upload later on. So again, so it is a blessing that we have electricity and the rain and the wind, although gusts of wind and rain every now and then, but there's none that's like consistently like going on, so I'm still able to go live. So thank you for the prayers, my friends. And hi, Linda, thank you so much for dropping by, Linda. It's been a while, right? I'm so grateful to actually see you again. And of course, my dear friend, okay, Denise, who almost every time I would see her would often be crafting with Linda Toman, right? So or sometimes alone, both of them, right? So thank you so much for dropping by. And of course, our dear friend, so many Lindas in the chat. Yes, Lishay Batay is actually Linda as well, my friends. And she's saying kamusta in the Philippines. It means hello, how are you? Okay, good evening. I'm walking the dogs and be back soon. Yes, this is her normal time to actually walk her fur babies, and normally she would be back in about 30 to an hour or so. All right, so what is STASHtember? Hi, Jaden. Good evening. Wi-Fi down using data. Oh, there you go. So Jaden is also an amazing crafter artist based here in the Philippines, and she has been joining us for STASHtember. And just like what Jaden said, so some areas in our country who have a little bit of a stronger effect of the storm, their electricity has to be cut down for safety, right? Because if the electricity is turned on and then electrical pole suddenly topples down, so it may cause danger to others, right? So the thing though is it's nighttime here, and so if they close down the power, it's so hard to sleep, right? So but I'm still very grateful that despite having Wi-Fi in the house, Jaden is using data. Sis, you may watch this on replay because you might need to we don't know when the actual brunt of the of this storm will come. You need to save up on your data. All right. And as much as I love you, being here in the live, okay, you also have to make sure that you have enough when the actual storm really hits us, right? So thank you so much, Jaden. And of course, Caroline, if you were not able to watch Caroline and her dear friend, Crystal, okay, so they did a live on Caroline's channel earlier this morning. Caroline, I made sure I made an alarm, right? So I alarmed 5:55 a.m. So that is 5 minutes to your live. So I was there even from the first time, then she had to go back and then do it again. So I was there, my friend, and I was so happy to find, if you're gonna do your lives that time, Caroline, I think I'll be able to make it, right? 3 a.m. my time is just way too early. But again, thank you so much for being here, Caroline. Both of them did something really awesome. Okay, so they combined the art of, decorating, paper crafting, and cooking. Better check that out. An amazing, amazing community they have there as well. Prayers regarding the weather. Thank you so much, Linda. Yes, we do need it, especially to our kababayans. Okay, that's what we call our fellow Filipinos who will really be hit. Okay, imagine. Okay, so you have here. It's different. Right? So storm signals are like the weakest is signal number 1. All right, and then we say signal number 1. If you could just imagine, signal number 1 would be preschool. Okay, kids don't have classes. When you say signal number 2, so up to high school will have no classes. When you have signal number 3, okay, so you have college students and some, public government offices or private will have no more work or classes as well. Then signal number 4, everybody absolutely stays home. Imagine signal number 5. That is what this storm is, right? So we really prepared. I've been preparing for this. Like, it's okay to be overly prepared than, not be, under prepared. Okay, even though in a way, it's a blessing for us here in Central Luzon that it's not going to be hitting us directly, but still, we will. The thing about Metro Manila, where I am, is even if it's just a little bit of a, rain or something, we get floods. That's the thing, right? So, thank you for praying for my country, my friends. There you go. I'm Caroline. Yes, Linda, this is Caroline, my crafty adventures. Sorry if I forgot to say that Caroline is my crafty adventures. All right, so let us start. So for today, my dear friends, in the continuation of Craft Stash. Okay, so Linda V. All right, so it's a shortcut for Linda Veal. All right, so basically the what do you call this? The spirit, there you go. The spirit of STASHtember is for us to use those stamps that we've had forever. Okay, but somehow since new releases start to, come up every quarter, every month, right, every season, and then we have, we don't really like craft every day. So, somebody just did a thumbs down. Sorry. All right. So anyways, I saw it. All right. So what you can do is we were trying to go over those unused or unloved, so to speak, stamps that we have had in the past and make use of it. And we do have prompts to guide you through it. So it's not as if, okay, use your stash. Okay, but sometimes when it's too general, it's like, okay, so what do I do with this, right? So I have to think, and when you do so, that makes you, okay, I'll do it next time, right? But with STASHtember, I do give out daily prompts. So you can check out my YouTube posts and on my on my Facebook page, Mommy Guide Inc. Right? So you can get the prompt. So for today, it's day 22. Okay, it's alphabet soup. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, finally use a neglected alpha or letter stamp set. So for those who don't know, I started out as a scrapbooker, and I know that several of us in the community started out this way as well, right? So we all started as scrapbooker in the late 90s, early 2000s, right? And so did, our mentors like Jennifer McGuire, Kathy Zilski, right? They were both and so many others, Heidi Swapper, all into scrapbooking back then. And then transitioned into card making, planners, and so many other crafty rabbit holes that we absolutely love so much, right? And one of those stamps, when it got really, they got started to be introduced into, scrapbooking, the thing that got me interested in it is that, you know how it is when you make your titles. normally that time we use chipboards, right? Or stickers, okay, to create the titles fast. Or we buy like ephemeras that actually can, double up as your titles. But then, if you have those alpha stickers and alpha chipboard stickers, so what if you ran out of vowels or consonants? And so you can no longer use it. So you need to buy another one. So I said, oh, so this stamps actually, it's nice if I would stack up on this stamp. Okay, so fonts and alphabets. So this is basically what happened. All right, so let's start out with the non-wooden ones first. Okay, so for those who have not started with scrapbooking, so you will not probably know this brands. So this is Autumn Leaves. All right, so Autumn Leaves was one of those very famous brands. They do have paper, stamps, stickers, name it, whatever is normally needed to create a scrapbook, they have those as a product, right? Then you have like Scrappy Cat. Okay, you have like this one is Grayson. Okay, no, what company was this from? I don't know anymore. This one. Okay, and then we have one of my favorites, gelatins, and so on and so forth. All right, so I bought them because in my mind I will be using them big time to create my titles and so on and so forth. All right, my friends, I will just drink for a while. Apologies because I might cough. Yes, I'm dealing with the effects of GERD. And one of that is to, when the acid reflux goes up, it makes me cough. All right. It starts like a coughing fit. Okay. So I do have a question in the chat, right? So if ever you do have any of these alphabet stamps, for what purpose do you use them? Do you use them for titles? Do you use them as a sentiment? Okay, what do you use them for? I think I forgot what was the third option was. All right. So anyways, if you could, kindly do that poll. So later on, we will check out what you guys actually use it for. And for those who actually have alphabet stamps and you have never used them, hopefully this will inspire you to use them up. Oh, I think the third option was as a background. All right. All right. So let's go through some of them. This is from Gelatins. All right. You can see that it has turned yellowish from old age. Right. So hopefully I can still pull them out of their, what do you call that? Plastics. Okay, so this do come in an uppercase and a lowercase, right? So why did I like this one? I like that you do have like the solid one, you have an outline one, and you have like decorations or things that you can use to actually put onto the outline one, right? So you can cover it eventually with the dotted one or with diagonal lines or with the vertical lines or with a square or with the negative of the black circles or with the circles like this. So there's so many, it's like super nice, right? So gelatins, because this did come in a gel, in a like tin can, right? So it was packaged really, really well. But since I wanted to organize my stamps in a way that everything will have the same, the Jennifer Maguire system that I love so much, I pulled them out of their original packaging and put them in like this, in plastic envelopes like this. All right. So before I continue on, let me just go back to the chat. Okay. And yes, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yes, and so guys, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, Linda said, I have a red rubber stamp set of the alphabet I don't use, only a couple of times. At least, Linda, you have used it a couple of times, right? So hats off to you. What you will see, or what you're seeing right now, are things that I have never used. And they've been in my stash, some of them more than 2-3 decades. Yes, absolutely crazy, right? So I'm so happy that I am actually doing STASHtember so that I can intentionally use those things that I thought I really loved. I needed this, I wanted this, I will not live without it, and eventually never really got to use it. Right? So Linda said she uses it for sentiment, right? So the thing with alphabets is like you will like put every letter and it takes a while. So normally I just use it for titles. That's me, right? But if I do have like a specific font that I like, all right, then I would do that. But that is like super rare for me. So hats off to Linda for that. All right. So like what we've been doing the past couple of episodes, okay? So I let you guys decide which one you want me to use, right? In the chat, I actually ask you, do you use it for title? Do you use it for sentiment? Or do you use it as a background? Okay, so I will ask you, okay, which one you want me to use for each of this, all right? Okay, but first, I showed you the polymer stamps that I have. Now, I'll show you some of the wood stamps that I have. That's alphabet, all right? So I don't have like very big alphabets in terms of wood because normally I wanted to use, my alphabet or my I have a lot of sentiment, okay, that is wooden, but alphabets, which is basically our topic for today, I really just have small ones because these are meant for my planners, right? So if you could see, this one is from Studio G. I don't know if it's still alive. You'll see how clean it is. I've never used it, but I said, oh, I'm gonna buy this for my planner. Okay, several decades later, I have still not used it. Okay, this is Craft Smart. Okay, so for those of you in the US, you absolutely know this brand, right? So they are known for, a lot of, very affordable products. Okay, not sure about the quality, but definitely affordable. Like if you would see the red rubber stamp, the red rubber is very, very thin, right? So normally that is kind of hard to ink without smearing, right? But then again, it's cheap, right? So, okay, maybe let's not call it cheap, affordable. Okay, there you go. And this one is Inkadinkadu. Oh, no, it's Inkadinkadu. Yes, Inkadinkadu, right? So, one of my favorites. Okay. Look, never been used as well. So hopefully, finally, we'll be able to use that. And then Disney, when my kids were younger, we always visit Disney. What is the only Disneyland we have not gone to? Weird. I think it's Japan. I've been to Europe, Disney, Euro Disney, all the ones in the US. Hong Kong, of course, many times over. Right, so there you go. Very pristine. Right, I said I'm gonna use this on my kids' layouts. Now my children, one is 23 and the other is 16. Right, I still haven't used it. All right, you can relate with me. I know that you guys can relate with me. And this one's called School Book. All right, so this is what it looks like. I bought this because it's so nice, right? Imagine me. It was like, I feel like, wow, vintage. I have the feels of like, working with something that looked so like, the early 1900s or so, right? So again, never use them. All right, so, okay. And this one's handwriting alphabet, lowercase, okay? So I would really, if I can buy it in lowercase, uppercase, I would do so. So again, I've never used them. All right. So, okay. You need to help me as usual, okay? Because if I know what to choose or how to choose, I would have used this many, so long ago. Right? So, to make that less of a burden for me, I give the burden to you guys. So, which one do you want me to use for tonight? Okay, so for this, I will use this for my planners. Okay, so which one do you want me to use? So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so help me. Okay, so which one, my friends, will be used for my planner? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so do help me, please. Okay, decide which one. Okay, I will use. Hi, Yvette. Good morning, good morning. And she's saying hi to everybody. All right, so which one for my planners for today, my friends? All of these stamps I have not used. Okay, so finally, at least we will use one of them today. Or maybe you can choose two. Okay, so there you go. If you are having a difficulty choosing just one, okay, you can go up to two. Okay, so please. Okay, so Linda said 1 and 2. All right, so let's put this aside. Okay, so we'll wait a few more minutes. Okay, while if check out if anybody else has a vote. Josen too. Hi, dear friend. Thanks for watching and dropping by in the chat. So Josen has actually chosen this one. Okay, so the handwriting alphabet lowercase. Nice choices. All right, so anybody else? Okay, Linda said 1. All right, so I think we're gonna choose this two. All right, so this two for my journal for later. Okay, so now we move on to our polymer stamps. Okay, so for my polymer stamps, so hi Josen. Josen actually, I'm not sure if Josen is a crafter, but she is a dear friend of my baby sister. All right, so now let's go to stamps, alphabet stamps that I want to use as backgrounds. All right, so these are the stamps that you can choose from. Okay, so background stamps. Okay, so you have this. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull them out. Okay, because these are kind of big. All right. Okay, so these are your choices. So normally I use, yes, these are just the ones that I haven't used. I still do have a lot. Okay, those that I've used and still a lot I have not used. Yes, I am recovering harder, right? I would rather buy crafty stuff than clothes or anything else, right? And you know the feels, right? All right, so this one is from Autumn Leaves. Okay, absolutely none of these companies exist anymore. Okay, this has been the youngest of these stamps, probably would be 15 years old. All right, so okay, so this one. Okay, so this one, it's all caps. It's called the Snap Frame Alphas. Right, so I do love that it looks very kind of a distressed, right, look. So if you are into like mixed media and stuff like that, this could be a perfect background, right? Okay, and then another one is this one. Okay, so if you have younger kids or young ones or maybe grandkids, right, so imagine having a background with all of this very fun cute letters, right, which they can also color in if they want to, right? So that's choice number 2. So this is the first one, this is the second one. All right, another one. Okay, so the third one would be this again, funky alphabet. I don't know what manufacturer. I think it's this one. Okay, I got it. Okay, so again, it's from Autumn Leaves. This is called the Freestyle Alpha. Okay, so I've actually pulled everything out from their original packaging and then put them in these plastic sleeves so that when I store them, everything will be the same size. So this is what it looks like, right? So it's called Funky Alpha, right? So it's all lowercase. So now you understand how difficult it is to decide. So you have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the fourth one would be like this funky numbers. All right, so I don't have the alphabets for that anymore. And then this next set, I don't even know from what manufacturer this is because I don't know why it's not here. But they do look like stamps. And then each letter represents or acts like a monogram, like F for family, G for grateful, H for hello or home. So like that. It's the whole alphabet. So A to Z. Right? So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth one. Okay. And your sixth one, this is, okay, one of my favorites. What is this one called? Okay, this is called the lower and uppercase gelatins. As you can see, it's a mix. So there's a small a, but there's a capital B, small CD. So it's a mix. Okay, not all. It's like A may be a small, lowercase. The B is uppercase. C. So it's a mix, right? So this is the LOL, lower and uppercase gelatins. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 6. Okay, number 6. And finally, the last option is called antique hand-drawn letters. Again, from one of my favorite back then. Okay, autumn leaves. All right. So you would see this is also a mix of lowercase and uppercase. Right. So there you go. So you have 7 options that I will use as a background. Okay. So let's take a look once again. Okay. So this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Oh, no. Number 5 is this. Number 6. And number 7. All right. So this is for a background. Okay. I will use as a background stamp. All right. So, of course, Susan is here, our dear moderator friend in the chat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much, Susan. Excuse me. I hope that you are well, my friend. Okay. And that you have gotten enough sleep. Okay. Caroline's still in the house. All right. Linda saying hi to Susan as well. And of course, finally, my moderator daughter, who is very busy, is here to join us. Okay, I can't stay long because I have Bible study. Oh, yeah, she has her own Bible study today. Okay, thank you so much, Sammy, for dropping by in the chat. All right, friends. Okay, 1 to 7. Okay, give me your choice. Linda says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is Linda's choice. Correct, Linda? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? I hope this is right. All right, so this is a choice. Okay, and Sammy says, enjoy the live stream and don't forget to hit the like button and smash that notification bell if you have not yet done so. All right, so there you go. Any other options? All right, so by the way, guys, I would like to invite you over to Not Too Shabby. All right, so they actually have the post on the Not Too Shabby Shop YouTube channel. Okay, it's in a few hours from now, they will have like a pop-up shop, which is so much fun. Normally, when you say pop-up shop, it's something like a physical shop that you can go to and they are open for just a few days, right? But this time, it's gonna be for this day only, right? So it's amazing that we can do pop-up shops virtually, right? So if you want to attend that, there is a pre-registration. It's free. Okay, you just need to go to the Not Too Shabby Shop, okay, YouTube channel. I will pull that out later so you can check it out. It's in their community post. All right. It's about 2 a.m. for me. For those who are on the eastern side, that's going to be 2 p.m. for you guys. So if you're on Central Time, that's 1 p.m. And if you are Pacific, that is 11 a.m. All right. So any other, okay, other than Linda. All right, any other options or choices, my friends? All right, so let's do this once again. If after this, there's still no more votes, then so Linda's vote, okay, wins. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4. This was number 5, which was Linda's choice. This is 6, and this is 7. All right, this is for use as a background. Okay, to use as a background for our cards. Okay, the first one is for our planners. Okay, this one is for the use for our cards. Okay, so I think there is no more. Okay, so number 5 wins. All right, so I'll just put this aside. Okay. So I don't clutter my table too much. All right, now let's go for titles. Oh, Yvette said 6. All right, so let's try to mix it up. Okay, 6 was this one. Okay, see, sometimes the chat is a little bit delayed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5, and this was 6. Right? So yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull this too. Okay, so we're pulling 2 out of all our choices. Finally, for titles, my friends. Okay, so for titles, okay, these are the options we can choose or we can use as titles. All right, so we have this alphabetically sent. Okay, from Autumn Leaves again. Like A says amazing, adorable, best, beautiful, caring. C is for caring, cherish. D is for darling and determined. So something like that, right? So this is A to Z. All right, and the ampersand question mark. Okay, and then you have another one. It's called monogram or rama. Okay, so you do have this circle, stamps that you can mix and match, and then you'll put this alphabets inside to act like as a monogram, right? So absolutely, you can use as part of your title. So that's number 2. All right, and number 3 is this letters and stitch from Scrappy Cat. Okay, so again, you have like the solid as the background, and then you can decorate it with stitched, stamp on top of it. So normally you would make this lighter in color and this one darker. Okay, so that's the third for this. We're doing for titles, my friend. Okay. All right, the fourth one. Okay, so let's mix this up. Okay, so this is the Grayson plain large. You have the upper and you have the lower. Okay, so you buy this separately, but since I said, oh, I don't have something like this kind of font, so I bought both, right? So let's see. Okay, so this one will come as a pair. So this is the Grayson plain large, lower and uppercase. Okay, so that's the fourth option. Okay, so the fifth one would be this one. I don't even know what this is from. All right, so it does have, I remember there was a time for scrapbooking where everything and anything had to have a flourish of some sort, right? So this was that part. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth option. Okay, come on, camera. Okay, fifth. All right, so the sixth one. Okay, I'm gonna remove that. Okay, so the sixth one would be, okay, this was again from gelatines. Let's put them again together. Okay, so but you buy them separately. So you have the upper, right? They really had to separate them, right? Not just put them in one and then you can buy just one, right? So anyway, so you have the uppercase and lowercase, but this is called build a set. All right, so this one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. All right. Now choose for titles. Do we want this? Okay, that's alphabetically sent. That's 1. This is 2. The monogram Scrappy Cat. Okay, my camera is having a mind of its own again. Another from Scrappy Cat. This is letter and stitch. That's number 3. Number 4 is this Grayson plain large upper and lowercase. Okay, and then you have this, let's just call this the flourish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then the sixth one, the build a set upper and lower case. All right, my friends, choose. Now, okay, guys, choose which one. Oh my gosh. Which one did you guys choose? Oh, okay, here. Okay. Linda. Okay. Okay. Linda. Okay. Lachey Boutte, okay, is actually back from walking her fur babies. All right. And saying hi to everybody that she probably has missed, okay, when she was out a little bit. Yes, so Lachey Boutte is Linda. She's an awesome artist, okay, traditional artist, and I think she does digital as well, right? And a super awesome, supporter of almost everyone in the community. Linda said number 1. Oh, I hope we can still remove this from its plastic. I tried earlier and so hard. 5 is fun, said Linda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this too. Okay. Yvette also liked number 5. All right. So that's it. Okay. We are done. Not done, but done choosing. All right. So again, let's go to the ones that you have chosen. All right. So for my planner for today, I will use these alphabet stamps, okay, that are wooden stamps, and they're tiny, tiny, tiny. And we will update some of my pages. All right. So both of them does have 28 pieces, right? And then these ones are for my titles. Right? So we will create a card and use this for our title. Okay, for our card. Okay. And then this one, okay, we will use as background stamps. All right. So we'll create a background, okay, on our card, okay, using these stamps. All right. So again, thank you so much for helping me out, my friends. At least that lessened the burden for me of actually choosing. I think that's one of the reasons why up to now, I still have not used a lot of the stuff I have. Because, when you have very little crafty stuff, your problem is, oh, I don't have something with that theme or for that. And then you start building up your stash. And before you know it, your next problem would be storage. And then the next thing is, it's like something like information overload. But this time around, it's like product overload. Which one do I use? There's just so many options and choices, right? So I'm happy, okay, that we are, okay, able to narrow them down for tonight. Okay. So let's start with, okay, our rubber stamps, okay? So remember yesterday, okay, we did work with, okay, for our prompt yesterday, we used, okay, you're supposed to use your unused stamp, okay, and put them in a planner, right? And so this is what we did yesterday, and I actually added some more, okay, to this. And this is going to be for 2027. Right? So already prepared for 2027. 2026. What 2027? 2026. Sorry, my friends. It's only 2026. Right? So I added as well all this, tabs already for 2026. And I think that is after, going through a lot of planners for the past couple of, many, many years, I realized that for me to be able to actually use them in that actual year, I need to make sure that I even have it already pre-decorated before that time, so that it's just really putting in all the things I want. Okay, so it's before the pen is already done. So yesterday, I think we did April. Let me go back. Yes, so we did some of the stampings. Okay, so we did three pages, right? So 3 weeks. So this one. Okay, and this two, right? So basically 6 pages or 3 spreads, right? So combination of stamping as well as some of our pet stickers onto, and so of course some vellum washi as well. All right, so now we will add more, okay, by adding, okay, now our alphabet, what do you call this? Our alphabet wooden stamps. All right. So let me see. How are we going to do this one? Okay. Can't see. Okay. Let's do it something like that. Okay. As much as I can, I cannot. Okay. Because I'm on a vertical, friends. So hopefully, okay, that is more than enough. Okay. So let's do, since we're now in September. All right. And for the Not Too Shabby Mood Board Challenge, by the way, if you missed that, I did have an upload the other day. I think it was on the 21st. So it was yesterday, right? So that I did have an upload for the Mood Board Challenge for Not Too Shabby. If you do join that, so you can take either the color or the images or the inspiration theme for the month as your mood, okay, so to speak, to create your own cards or project and then submit them onto the Not Too Shabby blog post on their website, right? So if you have not checked that out, please do so. I think I really love the cards that came up with that on that video, right? And so the theme is all about coffee, right? So beautiful brew, right? Like coffee, you brew the coffee. Beautiful fall, right? So there you go. So probably that is what we're gonna going to. Okay, so we have September 7 to 13, right? And 14 to 20. Okay, so it's a weekly thing. Okay, so for this planner that I am using, again, this is going to be for next year. This is an undated one, and I am doing the before the page. All right, so let's put in this, okay, planner stickers. I mean, planner stamps. Okay, so let me just grab some inks. All right, and probably use, fall colors. Okay, for our stamping. Okay. So what we want here? Okay, so for this one, okay, let's go to week number 1. Okay. So let's do, okay, I want to do something like, I want to say, okay, have you had coffee yet? Coffee, tea, or me? Have you heard of that, my friends? All right, so maybe let's say coffee, please. All right. Okay, so the thing is, how do you like keep it straight? Okay, and for me, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, how do you spell coffee? Double F, double E, right? I don't even know how to spell. So that's the thing with rubber stamps, right? You don't exactly know where the letters are gonna fall, but that's fine. That's part of, the charm. Okay, so I intentionally just made it, go funky like so. All right, and then we'll do coffee. Whoops. Coffee. Okay, and then the rest of that goes over here. So it's like coffee to go. All right, so you'll have coffee to go. See, I'm just making it up as I go along. Okay, and then there you go. So the spread would go like coffee to go, right? So, I do have some, what do you call this? Punctuation marks. Oh my gosh, my brain. My brain is not braining again. It's starting, my friends. All right, you gotta bear with me. Okay, so, okay, to go and then exclamation point. All right. So there you go. For this page, we'll say coffee to go. All right. So isn't that a great way to finally use this stamp set of mine? All right. So let's just go and grab some baby wipes to clean off our stamps. All right. So before we actually put them back. Okay, PQRSTU. Okay, coffee. The E. Okay, this one is exclamation point. Let's put it beside the question mark. All right. And this one is F. Okay. And this one is G. Okay. And this one is O. And this one is C. All right. So there you go. Everything is back in its container. Okay, why is this one not going back in? Because look at this. Okay, it's starting to fall apart. All right, so that one is for that one. All right, so let's choose another. Okay, another part of my planner. All right, so let's choose the next week after that. So you have like two friends, like probably they're both baristas, right? And then there's this another probably barista, okay, preparing a hand. I think this is going to be a hand poured coffee, right? Okay, so let's do like friends and coffee. Okay, go together. Again, let's use another like fall themed ink. This is from Gina K. All right, so let's do the friends over here. Okay, so are you doing the handwriting alphabet, lowercase? So that was your second choice. Okay, so let's do friends. Okay, so R. Okay, so normally you would want to avoid that one, but I don't really care. I'm not after perfection, but rather I want to make use of these stamps. Okay, so friends. Okay, if you don't want that, so after you stamp, okay, then you just check if you have ink. Okay, also the side, so you can just remove that as well. All right, so you make sure that you only have stamp on the raised part, which is the alphabet itself. See, you can have that. So friends. Okay, then we'll have letter E. Okay. Okay, so friends. Okay, see, I didn't clean it again. Fine. Okay, friends. You know this, like the font of the actual, like the friends. The friends. How this be? Okay, where is D? No, that's B. This is D. Okay, let me just check first. Okay, and stamp. No, that's G. Where is D? This is D. Okay. So friends. All right. Okay, and then we'll do the S. All right. So friends. Okay. Friends. Do I have an ampersand? Yes, we do. It has an ampersand. All right. So let's put the end over there. Okay. And again, we'll put in the coffee theme. Okay. There's the O. All right. Where's the F? Okay. Oh, we did friends already, so the F is actually over here. Okay, where is F? Okay. All right, coffee. Oh my goodness, it's flying. Okay, and E. Okay. There you go. Friends and coffee. I like that it also has that same vibe of like, these are like watercolored and kind of, muted colors and feels. So that is absolutely fine. Okay. That was intentional. I really didn't clean my stamps. Cause so that they will all have that kind of, continuous feel for this month. All right. Okay. So, and then I'll do that next time. All right. So I'll just put the stamps back. All right. So we're done with the planner. So how easy was that? Right. So if you do join us for STASHtember, you create your own takes on this one. Please do take a photo. Okay. And then, post it on your socials and make sure that you use the hashtag STASHtember and hashtag STASHtember 2025 so that when I look for it, I may be able to find it. Okay. And as we are, hopefully, I was supposed to do this over the weekend, but because of this storm, I got busy. And at the same time, we are also preparing for PrintCon 2025, right? So we are on a full swing preparation for that. And so if you can join us, that's going to be October 9, 10, 11. 3 awesome days of crafting. Everything is for free, right? So you get to try all the different machines that are there, right? And there's so many amazing sponsors and exhibitors as well on that day, right? So if you are in the Philippines, we would love, love, love to have you over there. So that is our first set of unused stamps we used for planner. All right, moving on to our next set. All right, so our next set, let me just clean a little bit, my inky hands. All right, so let's move on to, the making of the backgrounds. All right, so for another use, for these alphabet stamps, is you can use them as backgrounds. All right, so okay. Hi. Oh, Wims is here. Hi, Wims. Yes. Sorry for I'm working. Yes, absolutely. Everybody, we need to work first, right? So Wims does have an international schedule, right? So she just finished work. There you go. Cute, said Caroline. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Right? So now let's pray. Because I'm not sure. One time earlier this week I tried to pull out a polymer stamp that I've never used, and I actually ripped it. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully I won't. Okay, I do need to get my stamping blocks. Okay, so I'll just. Oh, but you know what? For this one, yes, probably I don't need to because we're going to create background. So we can use my trusty. It's very inky, right? It is clean though, friends. Let me tell you, these are clean. Those are stained, lovingly used. Those are, it shows that I really use this a lot, right? So it's actually perfectly clean. That's a sticky mat, but it does have, signs of what do you call that? Staining, right? So let's start first with this as our background. We are just going to be using A2 sized stamp backgrounds, right? So let's pray. All right. That. Okay. So, all right. So first we do need our card tops. Where did I put them? Okay, where did I put them? I had them over here earlier on. Okay, where did Mommy Lala put it again? Oh my goodness me. Alright, so let's just go grab my. Okay. Alright, paper trimmer. Okay, so let's just put this here first. Okay, so I can put my paper trimmer and cut off some, okay, card bases. Okay, 5.5. Okay, by 4.25. Our card tops. Okay, which we will attach to our card bases. Okay, 4.25. That's the A2 size card, my friends, and 5.5, which most crafters in our friends who are in the West, okay, use. Okay, so 5.5 by 4.25. Here in the Philippines, we are more or less, I think, the same size as that of Europe. I think it's a little bit bigger. All right, I think we use the 5 by 7 most of the time. Okay, but since we are a very much international community, so let's do what is like available. A lot of stuff available in the market are mostly for like a two size card. There will be, okay, later on in the week though, prompt where we're supposed to use, okay, one for like the slimline card, okay, which became very very popular like a few years back, right? So you had the variations as well. You have the regular slimline, you have the mini slimline, and then eventually people started creating their own versions of, you know, the sizes for their slimline card. Okay, there you go. So I'm creating several so that in the event that we decide to make more than just two, okay, we will have it already. Okay, so the ones I'm using right now, these are 300 GSM. Okay, they are from Prestige Paper. They're the exclusive distributor of this Pedrigoni paper. Okay, it's the Splendor Gel, Ibevania Splendor Gel in white. All right, so there you go. I ordered this. I ordered normally 10 sheets because that's their minimum for them to cut it into a specific size you want. So I ordered them 10 sheets, the mother sheets, very big ones. And then normally with that, I can have about 200 cards done. Right? And then the ones that you saw me cutting just now, these are the excess cuts. And they give it also back to me. Right? So there you go. Okay. Because we don't have those hammer mills that you guys have over there in the US, right? Or what's the other brand that you have? But this is, I feel, like, a good, best. Good second or a good alternate. This paper is actually from Italy, right? So they're very smooth, very nice, perfect for Copic coloring. At 300 GSM, okay, it can be used a little bit for mixed media, but if you're gonna use a lot of, liquids or inking, going over again and again, maybe this is not the perfect one, right? So, but for just regular stamping, okay, Copic coloring, this is okay. All right, so let's go grab one, okay, and then decorate them. Okay, so normally I don't really care if they go beyond the lines, like so. Okay, so I would, that. Okay, and then D would be so. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to do this, or maybe you want to come up with an actual name, but for me it is really going to be, just a play with all of these stamps. AF. Okay, let me see the G. Okay, and then the H. The H could, okay, maybe like so. Let me see. H could be like that, and F could be like this. All right. So I do want to have them look a different, different looks. F and with G. Where is G? I don't have G. No, G is there. H is there. Okay. So let's do the J over there. All right. So that's the kind of look I want. Okay. Okay. Making sure that see, this is the wrong way. Okay. Making sure that the flat side is the one that's up. Okay. Because that's the one that's going to stick to our platform. All right. So once I have, okay, the way I want it to look, okay, I will just pick up. This is, by the way, a stamp wheel. It is a stamping platform from Altenew. There are several different kinds of stamping platform. This is called the Misty, right? So the way or the reason why we love, okay, if you are paper crafting card maker, you love having one of these, a stamp platform, whatever brand you want, is because it makes stamping again and again specific place possible, right? Before the advent of this kinds of tools, there was none. You really have to use like a stamp positioner, though works, but it's harder to use. So this made stamping really, super cool, super awesome. And then many people have found out a lot of ways to, make use of it and come up with a lot of, techniques. All right. So let's make this. It does look very fun and, very for like kids, right? So let's make, okay, something nice. So, okay, let's try this one. So let's make each letter kind of different, right? So, normally I like using the Gina case because, all right, so let's make this one, since it's fall, right? So let's work with that. Okay, but first, let me just check the chat. Okay, so Wims is saying hi to everyone, and she's done with work now, but need to put Mira to sleep. Yes, so that's how it is, right? With Wims, we already know. Okay, the way she works, if she can, craft along us first. Work has to be finished, or family activities has to be finished, and Mira has to be asleep, right? So Wims is also here in the Philippines, and yes, it is nighttime for us, right? I am behind 3 days. No worries, Wims, no worries. You can even mix those 3 days if you guys want, right? So again, there is no rhyme or reason. We're not very legalistic here, all right? So you can do this challenge, okay, the way you want to. All right. So doesn't have to be like you do all the days, but Wims actually likes doing things that way. And she likes the challenge, right? So if you are onto that one as well, yes, feel free to, join us. Okay. I'm trying to make this fast. Okay, because these are dye inks, so maybe I should already stamp, okay, and then just restamp again later. Again, I am losing. Where did I put it? Okay, so, all right. Okay, so we inked first the 4 stamps. As you know, dye inks dry faster than pigment inks, right? But they're the easiest to work with. All right. Oh my goodness. I think this moved. Okay, so I'm scared to go over that one again, as I feel since my mat moved, if I re-ink that, gonna, what is wrong with my mat? My sticky mat is not staying put. Okay, so we will just clean that off. We will be okay with the imperfections. So you see, most polymer stamps, right? We'll see. I'm cleaning it, right? And you see that there is no more color coming out of it, right? So it means it's clean. But that does happen. So I realized that if you have a friend, they do have a stamp that you probably like or would want to use, make sure that they are okay with their stamps getting, what do you call this? Having stains or staining, because it does happen. Okay, so no matter how you clean, even if you have a, stamp positioner, sometimes really there are just, inks that are a little bit more stubborn than others. And so you might have a difficulty, oh, I already did the G. Okay, so not the G, we already did the G. I'm moving that. Okay, but I think I haven't done the F. All right, so let's check. All right, so the E is this one. Okay, so I haven't found one. That's why it's. All right, so let's check. All right, and the only ones we have not inked are the J and the H. Okay, so this is the F. Okay, so we did the E and the D. Now, if it would stay put, I think I can go back with it. Oh, you see that? And did you see that? But that's fine. Okay, so let's do, what is this one? The E and the F. Okay, so let's do the E and the F. Okay. So the E. What is the E? I think this one. Right, so that's the E. And the F is the yellow one. Okay. Okay. Let's just remove. Okay. And we will restamp the E and the F. Okay, because I find that the letter D is okay. It's just the D and the F. And then there you go. And then my H, somehow, I kinda, since I cannot see very clearly, I actually inked that as well a little bit. All right, so let's do this dark brown onto our H so that we could color in those boo-boos. All right. Okay, so we will just remove the extra brown that got stamped onto the B and onto the C and onto the sides of the F and the G. All right, so trying to make sure. Okay, and then we will go back to it. Okay, and oh, I forgot that we still have the J. All right, there you go. So now you can see the boo-boo, right? Okay, though there is one part of that one. What part is that one? Okay, the body. Okay, so let's just go back with that one more time. Okay. All right, so this part. Okay, that's done. Okay, now we'll just clean. Okay, and go back with the only letter is J, right? The J. Okay, so that's the only one we haven't. Okay, and what color will I put the J? Okay, maybe this one. Okay, this one. Okay, what color is this? Okay, I think that's the same, isn't it? Like the E. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's go for the J. I think I inked the H accidentally. Okay, so there you go. So now, as you can see, I am using my alphabet stamps as background. Okay, there you go. Maybe one more. Gosh, which one? I forgot. Is it this one? I think that one. Okay. Okay. There. Okay. And so that is our background stamp already. All right, let me just clean. All right, so now you see that the Gina K inks actually can stain the gelatins. That doesn't mean though, all right, that they are gonna ruin the stamp. As you can see, okay, none of the colors actually is there, right? It's clean already. It's just that that has stained. And staining stamps, when they stain, does not mean that they are broken or that they are less, okay, effective as when they were very clean. It just simply means that, you know, they got stained. And that is absolutely fine. It just simply means that you have finally inked them, used them, and they're no longer just part of your unused stash, right? So there you go. Now they are back in there. Okay, this one. Okay, so the only one we did not use there is. All right, there you go. And this one. Okay, so it's the lowercase gelatin. All right, there you go. Okay, so now we have this, okay, background. Okay, so we will just ink everything first. Okay, so that is for that one. Okay, another, okay, that you said we're gonna use as a background is this one. All right, so now I am thinking, okay, how am I going to use that? All right, so let me think. Okay, so if this is going to be a background stamp, okay, let me check the chat first. Okay, and Zell is here using her, okay, crafty channel this time, right? So she's not Simzell today. She is really sprinkled with cards, which I struggled with yesterday to remember. My goodness, right? I like that. Cool, right? Hi, Sprinkle with Cards. This is Linda. She has been several times in the past, but we haven't been able to see her lately. So I'm so glad that she is back in the chat. Yes, Zell. This is Zell, Linda. She is sprinkled with cards. Yes, there you go. And this is Zell's BFF, crafty BFF Whims in that. For real, in real life. All right, so there you go. All right, so what I'm thinking is, come up with, okay, they're gonna use them as like a background stamp. Okay, but at the same time, think of, say, let's check. Do you want like to spell something out? Okay, of course, let's get a card base. Okay, again, another A2 size card. Okay, so if you can see, we can actually heat emboss and stuff, but maybe not today, right? Because we're doing several. How about coming up with a name? Okay, whose name is not too long? Susan's will not fit in here. Caroline will not fit. You know what? I think it's Wims or Zell. Let me check. Because they're the shortest name in the chat. Yes, nice meeting you, Zell, said Linda. All right. Thank you so much, Linda, for being so great in the chat. Oh, but W is wedding. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. How about Z? Let me see. What is Z? What is Z? Okay, it actually is zealous. Not jealous, but zealous. Okay, why not? Right? So let's do that. All right. Okay, and then E. Oh, so this has to be uh landscape for it to actually work. All right, explore and laugh. Oh, you know what? How about? Oh yeah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, this is okay. So, but I realize if we are gonna do this one, might as well make my life easier, and I'm gonna grab me some pre-inked or pre-prepared card tops. Hold on. Maybe I have something here. Okay, I realize I do have something here. Okay, like let's say probably I would want to go and use this one. All right, so let me just cut. Okay, so a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, and then let's change and make this one. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I am thinking how I'm gonna put it together because I still want to put in like a muse somewhere. Okay, so probably put it up first. Or do I put it into a too big? Okay. Pardon me, friends, because I am doing this on the fly. Yes, let's do it this way. All right. So we are going to make sure that. So now this still has like a plastic. Okay. I'm trying to not pull it too much because it might. Okay. You know how it may. What do you call that? It could stretch the stamp too much, and then you'd end up with stretchy looking letters, right? So imagine I've had this for so many years. I'm just so glad that they have not disintegrated. Some silicone stamps, but this is photopolymer ones, so they're nicer. But the silicone ones, either they become really, really oily, or they they turn powdery, right? Okay, let me see. Oh my, I don't think it's gonna. Will they if I put Z over there and eventually stamp this? So I'll stamp it one at a time, and then I'm gonna do the E over there, and then I'm gonna do the L. I think it will work. All right, so let's start with the Z over there. All right, so wish me luck, friends. This is it, Pansit. All right, let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so for this one, let us do. Okay, do I want? Okay, let's just do a black one, or do I do a brown? We do want to work with. All right, so okay, we do yellow. Okay, let's use this. All right, so I'm picking up that stamp. Okay, and I'm inking it. This time around, it's a lawn fawn guava. Okay, it's a lawn fawn guava. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, I have it. That it's still okay. There you go, zealous. Let's do one more time. Okay. Again, sometimes depends as well on the paper. This paper is kind of flimsy, so maybe that's the reason why the stamping ain't as clear. Okay, so that's Z. All right, and then let's put the E in. Okay, I can't do it like all together because otherwise it's, you know what, let's do the L first. So we can just squeeze in the L just and the E just in case. Hopefully this works. All right, let's see. Okay, so let's see. We could work with this so the colors would fit, or we can do like that. Okay, so we can do also kind of a light pink, that I mean blue. So that blue, is this blue? No, I'm trying to look for a similar blue. The paper. Okay, let's do this. All right, so let's do the Zell. So that yellow. Oh, ugly coloring. Okay, so we definitely have to go back with that one. I think I need to prime my stamp because this is the first time it's being used. So okay, let's make sure that the coating is gone so that the ink would settle nicely onto the stamp so that we could stamp it perfectly. Okay, hopefully a little bit better than the first one. Okay, though it does have a kind of a distress, kind of shabby chic look. Okay, like from the first one. Okay. So Wims, I didn't do the W because it said wedding. Right? So I feel it's, Z. Okay, now we do the E. All right, so we'll just clean that and we'll do the letter E. Okay, and so we will bring in the E. See, if I did this all at the same time, they're not gonna fit, right? But since I did it one at a time, therefore it fits perfectly. And we're gonna follow through with the colors that we have over here, right? So though the next one should be yellow, so, and this is already yellow, so we will have to use a different one. Okay, so probably orange. Okay, probably this. Okay. All right, so that is for the E. Okay, and then what is the last one that we're gonna do? Title. Okay. Though this looks like title as well, right? This kind of doubles up a title. Okay, so we're just doing all the inking first, and then we will do all the putting together all at the same time. Okay, it's just the planner, I did it separately. Right, so there you go. Okay, that's the background for this card. Okay, we will part of the background for the next stamp. Okay, is that one. Okay, and now we're going to do, All right, or we're gonna work with the next set of stamps. Okay, I'm just putting this away. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the last one. We are where we're supposed to titles. All right, so this one will be a card. Okay, this one will be for this card. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, yes, we can use for, say, Halloween. Okay, so we can make like Halloween titles, okay, for our card. Okay, so we can, let's say, what could be a nice Halloween, okay, theme. Okay, so okay, let me just choose a paper. Okay, so definitely, since this is going to be a title, okay, so let's just use a white one. Okay, would it be Halloween? What would we put? Okay, happy. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh my gosh. Good luck. All right, this is going to be a pain. Okay, hopefully I will not rip any of this. Okay, there you go. Okay, I got the H out. Oh my goodness. See, this is what happens. So every now and then, maybe friends, go revisit some of your stamps and check if they're still okay. At least they're still not powdery. You know, it's just very, very sticky. Okay, happy because they've never been used. All right, these are older than my daughter. Happy. Happy. It's a vintage kind of look, right? So shabby chic kind of look, so perfect as well for like Halloween. Okay. Come on. What is that? Boo. Yeah, we can do boo for the other one. All right, so we can do happy. Okay, and we'll just stamp another P. Okay, no, maybe we'll not do the. Let's do the HAP first. Okay. All right. So let's just do this in black. So since we're gonna be doing, Halloween. All right, and let's do. All right, so our Versamark ink. Okay, so normally if it's a font, I love using, my Versamark ink. I'm not Versamark, rather my Versafine. If I am not gonna be heat embossing, so no heat embossing today, friends. Okay, just regular stamping, as I am doing several at a time. So if I do a lot of heat embossing, that's gonna take a lot of time. Oh gosh, wrong ink. See, what you're doing, Lala? Oh my goodness, there you go. Okay, so we're doing HAP. All right, and then we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do P again. Okay, so we're gonna clean up H. Wow, that cleans up well. Right, so we're just gonna clean up the P. Okay, and put it over there. And then let's go grab our Y. Okay, and then just grab those two. Okay, and ink them. Okay, so they're so happy. Okay, let's just settle with happy. So I'm not doing Halloween. That's a lot of stamping, right? So let's just do the happy, and I will just use a Halloween printed like ephemera. Okay, I'm using Kendra's Card Challenge bonus printable. Okay, for the month of September. And that is actually available for those who are on the All Access and VIP, okay, Patreon members of Candy Challenge. If you don't know what that is, Candace Card Challenge is an amazing, quarterly card making challenge where you can create at up to 15 awesome cards, okay, from just 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper. If you do want to check out some inspiration on that, I do have a lot of that on my channel, so you could check that out as well. So there you go. That's the happy. That's gonna be our title for one of our cards. And since we are going to be doing two, because you guys chose two, okay, so let's have another one. All right, so this time, okay, if we do Halloween, so maybe let's do again happy, right? So just a different, okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my friends. Okay, so when you do this, try not to rip it and then pull it like so, right? Because it's gonna stretch your stamp and that's not gonna look nice. So you just do it slowly, like tugging at it a little bit at a time, here and there, okay? And then you pull onto the other side, like so, slowly. Don't try to pull it like that, right? Because you can rip it, okay? And then you'll see that it will slowly give in, right? So there you go. So H is for happy, all right, and helpful, all right? So let's do the H. So the stamps or the titles for the stamps for this one are all going to be Halloween theme, right? So in the end, we'll have 4 cards and 2 what do you call that? Planner layouts done today using our unused, okay, alphabet stamps. So if you do have something similar, you've had this, alphabet stamps that you've had, whether it be, red rubber stamp, wooden blocks, polymer, silicone, whatever it is, right? So maybe hopefully this inspires you to go and check them out and finally use them up, right? So these stamps, my friends, have been here for a very, very long time, right? So happy. All right, let me see though if it can fit. I hope it can, because I am using a okay, let me see. Maybe happy's too long. How about saying boo? Right? So let's change. Okay. So instead of happy, because it's not gonna fit. Okay, I realize it's not gonna fit. So let's just say boo, right? So that they're both Halloween themed cards, different set of alphabet stamps. The other one would say boo, right? Okay, so again, we're using these stamps as, it is so hard. So this is what can happen to your stamps if you've stored them for a long time. I'm still actually very grateful because some stamps aren't even gonna last this. Oh, I already see a little bit of powdering. Right? So I think the stamps are gonna it's really high time that I use them. Okay, I think they're not gonna last a long. What is this one from? I don't know what. Maybe autumn leaves. Okay, so outdoor. They say boo, right? So we'll just go and stamp it. Again, the letter O. Okay, so you'll just pick it up. Okay, and then you ink it again. So for those who are new, what am I doing? I'm inking, okay, this unused alphabet stamp, okay, because that is our prompt for STASHtember day number 22. Okay, and for this one, I am using this, okay, and I want to, as a title, and I want to make it, okay, read boo, B-O-O. And I will just add some more other stuff for it to look okay and have the feels of a Halloween card. There you go. Best beautiful outdoor outstanding. All right, and then we will just clean those. Okay, keep them later. Okay, and then I will put this back again over here. I almost did it wrong side up. Okay, picking it up, inking the last, okay, the O again, because we do have only one letter, okay, in the alphabet in this, okay, set. Okay, there is no doubles. Okay, there you go. Okay, I think I have to re-ink it so that they will match. Okay, it will match the intensity of the two other, okay, stamps. Okay, again, I'm using a stamp platform so that I can go back, okay, and stamp on it again. All right, so those are, okay, done. Okay, now we will just have, okay, we'll just remove everything that we have used for inking, and now we will just prepare, okay, our cards. We're done with all the stamping. All right, so let me just remove all of the stamps. We can start with the creation of our cards. So while I'm cleaning my hands, all right, so let me just go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Okay. Thank you so much, Linda, for your kind words, my friend, and for helping me choose tonight. Gotta run. Have fun, my friends. Thank you so much, Yvette. You know, at this time of the day, Yvette does have aquafit. And I'm super proud of her that she is really intent on doing this and focusing and prioritizing her health. All right, there you go. It's all right po. Okay, nice background. Thank you. And we'll watch you for the meantime while waiting for Mira to fall asleep. I hope that you don't end up being the one sleeping first, Wims, because that has been my experience. When my kids were younger, you know, I would pat them on their bum bum and then I would like go to sleep or lullaby. And then eventually I'd realize I'm sleeping and they're like playing. Right? So that's how it is. All right, so let's go back. Okay, so this was okay for our background stamp. Okay, so another background stamp I think was the one for Zell. Right, and then for the alphabet, okay, for the title, this is the one. Okay, so let's work first with these two. So let's get some two, okay, card bases for them. Then let's grab my paper trimmer. All right, so and then this one, okay, I actually want to mix and match with this one. Okay, so let's do a 4 1/4. Okay, by probably 3.5. Okay, did that work? 3.5. Okay, nope, maybe just 3 1/4. All right, so something like that. Okay, and probably grab 4 1/4 by 1/4 or maybe a half. Okay. All right, so I'll cut a half so that I'm gonna have a look something like this one. All right, and so that I can still use that back instead of just putting it underneath like so, I will just do it like this, and I will cut that Zell part so I can still use this paper. All right, so I'll put it there. Okay, and then I'll put it in. And somehow that border on top, okay, will pull it together like so. And then I'm gonna put Okay. Let's put this back. Okay. And then, okay, since we're doing this, everything we're doing on the fly because you guys, okay, have finished. Okay, there was a fly. Right? So, and then we are going to pull up, okay, a muse, okay, of some sort from, okay, my stash. Okay, this one is from the, I think this is a July. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this is from the July bonus printable of Kenja's Card Challenge. The papers that you see are actually from the July bonus printable. Okay, nope. Okay, I am trying to look for something that is kind of gonna work with. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then I will just ink the side so that it's gonna match because this is too white, too starkingly white. Okay, and then we will have something like 1, 2. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I want that actually. All right, so let me figure this thing out first. Okay, if that is indeed what I want, or do I want it to be? Yeah, I think I like this. Or do I want to have it purple? No. Yeah, I think this is the perfect one. Or we could do that because it's yellow, right? And then we can have this butterfly is just probably something, right? So there, we'll call that done. All right, now it's just putting it together. Just need to put it together. All right. So while we're putting this together, how are you guys? Blossom in the house. Hi, dear Blossom. Right, so there you go. We have Blossom in the chat coming in. All right, so we are doing day number 22, Blossom, today. So we are making use of our, okay, alphabet stamps, unused alphabet stamps. So we used 6 sets today. 2 we used for our planners. Okay, and then the other 2 we used to make backgrounds, and the other 2 we used to make titles, right? So I do have a question in the poll, my friends. I'm gonna end it in a little bit. All right, so if you can answer it, please. Okay, that would be awesome. All right, so if you can see, okay, I used Zell today because her name is short, because most of your names are kind of long and will not fit, okay, onto our A2 card size, okay, base for today. All right, I need to ink that. Hold on. Let me just look for. All right. Oh. Let me just use this one. Okay, to easily ink it. Okay, let's use a sticky mat. Okay. Use my handy dandy. All right, this one. And a mustard seed. Okay, so that we can just ink, okay, the sides of this one so that it is not too starkingly white, okay, compared to the background or to the rest of the elements of, you know, that card. Just slowly picking up colors on the sides. Okay, there you go. And there you go. And then now it's just perfect, right? So prior to the inking, it just feels a little bit off. Okay, now I'm just putting it back. See, everything works out perfectly clean as you go. All right. So far, so good. I have not lost anything just yet. Okay. Okay. I try not to. Okay. not to preempt. Okay, sometimes when you say yes, no traffic, and then all of a sudden, boom, you have traffic, right? So, okay, that's not say I have not lost anything yet, as the show is not yet done. In the end, I may end up actually losing stuff. Right now, okay, there we go. I was trying to look for my scissors. Right, so, okay. I'm going to try and make this go on top of that one. Okay. So we are making 4 cards. Okay, and then 2 pages of our planner today. Again, you guys decided what I'm going to do, so there is absolutely no preparation. So imperfections are absolutely fine. Ta-da! And we will just, add this bit of, detail onto that one. Again, this is a bonus printable from Kendra's Card Challenge, my friends. So if you have not tried joining that one, there are over $1,000 worth of prizes that is being given out by Kendra and the super sponsors that have generously donated prizes so that we can have those hops really, really nice. Okay, so we can even put some blinks onto there. Off, on. I will just out. They are over here. Okay, and let us grab some of those. Okay, and we will just put in some. Okay, 3. Okay, onto our layout. Over there. This blings or confetti I'm using are actually from Crafty Mama Diaries. Okay, that's Helen. Okay, of Crafty Mama Diaries. And she does have another channel, the Homebody Planner, right? So if you have not checked that out, I highly suggest that you do so. She is another, Filipina based in, actually she's already an American citizen, but she does have Filipino roots, and I'm super proud of her. Okay, so that's one done, right? Zell, this is the stamp set that we used. So Zell, zealous. E for explore. L is for laugh. Definitely, I'm sending this over onto Zell. All right, so the next card that we are going to assemble, again for backgrounds, is this one. All right, so we use this very fun alphabets, as background for our next stamp. Our next card. What am I saying? Stamp. Okay, so we will. Okay, we will use this as the background. Or is it better this? I think this is better, this one. Yes. So, but we will cut this off. All right, and put in a solid mat. I am just pulling out a solid mat. Okay, there you go. Perfect. At the sides of my eye, I saw that. Ooh, okay, I think I have the perfect color for that one. All right, so let's make this a 3 and 75. 3 and 75. So that's 1, 2. All right, so and a 5. All right, so this has to be a. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so maybe just a tad over there. Okay, so 4.25. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm going to be cutting off a lot from this one. Okay, hold on. Okay. There you go. Okay, and a 5.5 would be 1, 2. Okay, one, two, one, two, three. Okay. Oh wow, that is too much, Lala. Let me see, because I do want to. All right. Okay. The letter E will no longer be seen. Okay, so let's just cut a little bit more from here and cut more from this side. Okay, there you go. I think I got too much, okay, of those letters. Okay, I think this is more than enough. Okay, so let's do a 5.5. Okay, by 4.25. All right, so this is gonna be that part. Okay, and this is gonna be the smaller one. So we do have. Okay, I really have to cut more. Okay, so it has to be. Okay. Bye bye, letter J. The J had to be cut. Anyway, so it looks like that. Okay. Because I wanted it to be matted. Oh, wrong paper. It should be this one. Okay, and I want. Okay. It's way too much the same color. Okay, so we are gonna do, okay, that. All right, so there you go, and we're gonna do that. Okay, so 5.5. Okay, by 4.25. There goes. Okay, our A2 sized card panel. All right. That took a while. All right, and that is gonna be the background. Okay, so we're gonna choose another one from the Kendra's Card Challenge bonus printable for the month of July. Okay, okay, now I'm losing stuff. Okay, I just need to find out where I placed them. I did place them somewhere. I placed them where? Okay, here. All right, there you go. Place them here. All right, since the background is white, I could do that. Or let's break the monotony of all the rectangles and come up with, okay, I don't want to cover the whole thing, right? So I don't want it to be too big. I'll do that. Or we could do this. Okay, and just mat her with black. A little black. Yeah, I think I like her. This is the one, and then we are just gonna put a sentiment to finish it. There goes my. Okay, what is the size of? Okay, so this is a 1.5. All right, so let's do a 1.75. Okay, by. All right. By a 3. All right, maybe a tad smaller. Okay, there you go. Okay. Or do I want it? No. A little bit of a rainbow. No. Too much. Okay, let's just do that, and let's come up with a nice, sentiment strip for that, which I actually don't think I was able to prep. Where did I put it? Okay. Anyways, let's put it together first. Okay. And I will just grab some sentiments. I always have a lot of pre-made sentiments anyways. Right? So I hope that you guys are still there and that you are loving what we're doing. We are smashing our stash, and this one is for day 22 of STASHtember. If you do want to join us, it's very easy. I did provide prompts every day for the month of September, so that it's going to be easy for you to just follow. You don't need to do all 30 days of September. Okay, so like if you've seen Zelle's comment earlier on, she has been okay, she is behind by 3 days. That's absolutely fine. If you don't even want to join us, that's also absolutely fine. This is meant to be fun, right? So you can always use these prompts in the future, or if you finally have more time on your hands, right, to use that so that you can smash your own stamp set, okay, if and when you are ready for it. All right, there you go. Okay, so I used this stamp set of alphabet to create my background. And that is something that you could use or do as well with those, stamps that you have. You can even use them for making like, wrappers, gift wrappers for the holidays, right? So again, so many ways to use up your alphabet stamps. That's one of the reasons why I actually bought a lot of alphabet stamps, because I know that they're supposed to be very versatile. You can create titles out of them. You can use you can use them as backgrounds, right? So for titles, backgrounds, and so many, other things, right? So let's put it a little bit there, and then I will put my sentiment over. It's a little wonky. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, it's gonna. I already those are double-sided. They're wonky. Let it be. Let it be, Lala. All right. Let it be. All right. So, and then we'll probably come up with. Okay. Do I like circle? Okay. Maybe sending good vibes. All right. Or probably to make it less wonky. Okay, let me see if I can find something I can help that with. All right, or probably this, like happy birthday over onto there. Okay, so it doesn't look too wonky. It's gonna hide the fact that it's not even. Try that. Okay, or I could do something like straight border. Let me see it. That is, it's not even. That fit. All right, great. Okay, now let's just look for a perfect sentiment for that one. Okay. I'm just going through my stash of sentiments and looking for something that would fit. Okay, that thing. Okay, let me see. How about that thanks? Right, so I just need to cut that thanks over there. Okay, let me go to this one. Okay. Okay, and just do. Oh, thanks. All right, so there. Awesome. Okay, and we call that done. Okay. See how, when you're working, sometimes if you're working on something and then in the end it really didn't fit what you're doing, don't throw them out, keep them, because maybe in a future project you'll be able to use those, right? So like what we're doing here right now. All right, and then we'll just put this on a card base and we are calling this done. All right, so that's two cards done. Where did we put the first card? The Zell card. Okay. So that's the Zell card. Okay. And this is the other one. Okay. Let me. All right. Now we're going to do the Halloween ones. Okay. So for the Halloween ones, okay, we are using the sentiments, right? So we use the stamps to create the sentiments, right? So and we are going to use happy and boo. Okay, do I want to? Okay, I might die cut this. All right. So let me see. Okay, first let's do the one that has like the happy. Okay. So happy and then the boo one. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, I'm kind of lazy. So I will try to put this instead of cutting the individual circles, which you absolutely can and would be nicer if you would. Okay, but if you are feeling a little lazy like what I am right now, right? So we can, okay, do the Halloween themed card ones. Okay, so let me just move away all the other things I used to make the two cards. Okay, and I'll just fix them later. Okay, this is not clean as you go. This is shoving things and cleaning later. All right. So these are the stamp. Okay, this is I use this old stamp and this one too. And then we're gonna create two, okay, Halloween themed cards. All right. So I'm just looking for something, okay, that we can use for our Halloween cards. All right. So since these are both like black and white cards, we could definitely go for that. Okay, for one of the cards. And then probably do something like this for the other card. Okay, and then, oh, boo. Right? Oh, how cute is that? Oh my gosh. That is absolutely like perfect. Right? So happy. I just need to look for like happy what? Right? So I'll probably just put this one. Happy Halloween greetings. Now, happy. There you go. Perfect. All right. So I'll just cover up the happy and then just put in happy haunting. There you go. Right. So there you go. How easy is that? Okay. So again, these are the bonus printables from Kendra's Card Challenge for the month of this one, September. All right. So let's go back to this. Okay. So let's do a 5 and a 4. All right. And then we are going to this one. Okay, a card base. That didn't work. 5 and a 4/4. It means I got this the wrong way. 4 by 5. So this should be 3 and 75. 3.75 so that it will have even borders like so. And then we will be doing the boo. All right. Boo. Okay. How cute is that? Okay. Let me see if I can figure it out still. Let me check. Okay, so that's the temporary look for that one. Okay, and then for this one, okay, let's okay, that one. All right, so this is okay. Let's see. My papers are all wonky. Okay, so let's do 5. Let's do 5.5. Okay, 5.5. Okay, by 4.25. Okay, so this one. Okay, and then happy haunting. This is 4.25. Yeah. So we should make this smaller. Alright, so let's do happy haunting. Alright, so let's do something like that. But let's mix it up a bit. Okay, so it's not too. Okay, let's do some orange. Okay, in between. To break the monotony of it all. Right, so let's have some 4.25 by say that and that. Okay, just put some kind of break. Happy haunting. And then let's put in. Okay. Let me see. What do we have for our. How cute is this one? Right? So we're gonna do like happy haunting. And then we're gonna put it over there. Let me see how I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, let me see. Let me figure this thing out. Let me remove that first. And let me check. Okay, I like that. This one. Okay, maybe we can do like that. Or we could put it like in the middle. In between. Like so. Where do we put it? Because, I ruined this part. Okay. There you go. And I think I have to color the ghost a little bit. Okay. Happy. 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 Haunting. Okay, and probably do a little bit of this one. Let's see. Let's check if it's gonna work. 4.25. Okay, bye. Okay, so let's check if that kind of break is gonna be okay. So a little bit change in turn. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, guys, we are almost done. Okay, so let's go grab a card base for that one. Okay, so I could have just used a card sketch from the Canvas Card Challenge, but that would mean I need to measure stuff, right? Since I couldn't prepare in advance because, as you know, I didn't know what you guys are going to choose, right? So this is us crafting as we go, right? So I just know that, hey, I would use these papers. Okay, but exactly don't know which one. But you know what? I could have actually, yes, because since it's just the sentiments or, right? All right, so let's cover up this one, the happy. All right, and then cover, okay, the haunting part. So it's gonna look like that. And we're gonna put this in between. You know what? Where is my black solid cardstock? Somewhere. I think it's here. All right. And probably we are going to put it like so. Okay, let me see. Let me just see, my friends. All right. And then okay, so this one will be everything's falling. Okay, so this will be 4. Okay, let's see if what? Oh, mistake. All right, so that would be that one, and this will be this one. Okay. Should have not cut it anymore, friends, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna go with the flow. I just do want a little bit of a break so that because it's pattern on pattern, right? So when you do have like pattern on pattern and both are very busy patterns, so when you put it on top of the other, okay, so oftentimes they might get lost, right? But this one, since we have like a break, all right, so we are going to have, okay, where is this one? Okay, so let's create a smaller one. Okay, so that it will fit onto that one. Okay, so, okay, and we will do another small one. Okay, so for the bottom part of it. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so for the happy haunting. Okay, and then where's our ghost? Where's our cute ghost? Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Mommy Lala. Where'd you put the cute ghost? Oh, goodness. Goodness. Ghost. Did you guys see where I placed that ghost thingy? Okay, there. It got stuck inside. Right, so there you go. Okay, it's such a cute ghost. Right, so and it's saying happy haunting. Right, so there you go. And then we will just color him or it a little bit. All right, so let's color in the ghost a little bit. Okay, so we have a C3. Okay. All right. Nothing doesn't have to be perfect. So that's the part where I actually told you I kind of ripped it. That one. So that's why I needed to put it. I needed to. Oh, this is actually drying up, my friends. So it's not blending as nicely as it should. Okay, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, nothing perfect. We're not after perfection here. There you go. It's such a cute, right? I like non-scary Halloween stuff, right? Though we do have a lot of, crafty friends who are so good at creating really like a very realistic kind of like scary theme cards. Hats off to them. Just not something that I like doing because I like the cute stuff. So we will post this in, stick in. Okay, so it's a little bit like flying, right? And then we will raise this a little bit so it's not too flat. Yes, by now you realize I like my cards to have depth and dimension. Right? Okay, almost done, my friends. And then we're gonna do a recap of all the things we created tonight. And I'm super happy that you guys are able to join me for day number 22. Okay, so is this the card base? Have I already stuck it? Oh, I haven't finished the other one. The other one's so easy anyways. Okay. All right. So we did not do any die cutting today in terms of, cutting them into shapes and stuff. All right. So there you go. Happy haunting. Right? So the happy is the one we stamp using our old stamp. All right. So this one is it's just going to be very easy, my friends. All right. So I fussy cut this. Okay. This time around, leaving a little bit of a white border, but not much. And how perfect is that it actually is like at the middle of those boo words, right? And then we will just stick this, this is such a very easy card to make. Anybody can do this one. So if you are a beginner card maker in the chat and you're wondering how you can make, you don't need to have all the, a lot of techniques to come up with, a very nice looking card. This is nice, right? Not much technique here. Okay, just choose a pattern paper. Okay, create a sentiment, choose one, like a focal point. Okay, and then the sentiment. That's it. Now if you want to put some blings onto this one, or confettis and stuff, go ahead. Right, absolutely you can. Okay, so we will now just, I ran out of lower profile double-sided foam tape. That would have been even nicer. So sometimes I like to mix them up, right? So I have the lower profile foam tapes, and then some will actually be, so it's like there's layer upon layer and cluster upon cluster, right? But for tonight, it's just a very, very simple card. There you go. Good to go. Shannon! Okay, maybe just for the sake of having a little bit of onto those, let me just check. Where's my bling? My blingifys. Oh, there. Okay, so I don't have. Okay, so maybe this one. Okay, where are my? Okay, there you go. See, everything is always missing somehow. Okay, so let's put a little bit over there. Okay, and some orange. Final orange. Where are my orange? Are these orange? Final orange. Okay. Okay. And then let's put some in this blue card. Oh, okay. Another one over there. Okay, there. And that's it. Right? So, okay, let me see. Let me see. Oh, Vicky's here. All right, so let me just go back to the chat. Ah. Oh, wow. I'm so way behind. Way behind. All right. Okay, thank you, Wims, for watching. Happy Boo is cute, right? Howdy from Blossom. And of course, Roy. I used to have a bunch of stamps and now I don't have any because of the kids dried up all my ink pads. If the stamps are still there, Roy, you can always buy another set of, inks. You have red stamps everywhere. Oh yes, the red wooden ones. The wood red 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 rubber stamps there. Oh my goodness, my brain is braining again. Red rubber stamps on wooden blocks, right? But Roy, those are actually really the nicest of the stamps. They're the ones that really can last long. Okay, thank you so much, by the way, Roy, for dropping by, my friend. And he has been like on what do you call that? On a roll for the past 4 or 5 months. He's been like getting us like a badge for my Facebook page, right? So he is always supporting. Thank you so much, Roy. Have you sent out the Discord invites yet? Nope. Right, so things has just been super busy during the daytime. It's like I'm like wake up and about, and then by the time I get, it's like already time to what do you call this, go live again. Okay, but I think tonight I have nothing other than to wait for the not too shabby pop-up shop event, so I will finally do that. Thank you so much, Blossom, for reminding me. Right, so if you are not yet a friend on Facebook or on Instagram, please do so I can send you the Discord link, because really I want to see your takes on this one. Okay, I know you're going to ask. I'm having sausage biscuit. There you go, sausage biscuits. Interesting. Right? Normally we put sausage on bread, but sausage with biscuit? That's like a charcuterie tray. Right? Can. Right? So the font is cute, right? I have a jewel picker like that. I have been looking for another one. I don't think this is still available. The thing with this jewel picker though, Blossom, look. Right, so after a while, because it gets sticky and you clean it, gets sticky, so it eventually is, what do you call that, used up or breaks down, right? So eventually you will have no more of that sticky part, but it can still be used as a poke tool though. Right, so I had 3 of this and this is the last one. So the thing I like about this jewel picker, this was one of the very first jewel picker that Jennifer Maguire suggested way back. Now the others I tried, but normally, especially the black ones, when you have like adhesive on them, and the colors, they kind of dirty my card, but this one does not. So if you know of anyone who still has this, yes, message me, because in the Philippines my supplier is all like sold out. Okay, Okay, it's too small. Can't read that. Let's go to here. I have two Pokey Tools, jewel pickers. I got at Paper Ganza. What's the brand, Susan? KB Riley and the travel one from... Oh, KB Riley. I've heard of them. I think they're the ones who are now solely have or still have some stocks of my favorite things. MFT stamps, right? I think in the community, that's where they said you can still buy some, right? And travel one from Trinity. Okay, I'll check out the Trinity. Those, okay, that one is not much smaller than the first, but it comes in a clear holder. Thank you, Susan. I will definitely check that out. Right, there you go. I'll check out those out, Susan. See? Blossom. High five. We will check it out. All right. Thank you so much, Linda. Blossom, Trinity's Pokey side is about 2 mm short and has a small... Okay, maybe Susan on your next... Oh, yeah. Okay. Issue for the wax tip with caps on it is about 1 cm short and also lighter than the KB. Oh, lighter seems nicer. But you know what? You know how it is with us. It's like... If I can have both, why not? Right? All right. So with caps off, Trinity is 3 3/4 inches. Okay. Now it's like, where is my ruler? All right. So I'm curious what is the length of this one? Okay. Where's my ruler? Again. Okay, so this one is... Okay, because Susan is telling us about... Oh, the tips. The tip is 3 3/4 with caps off. Oh, with caps off, it's a 3 3. Oh, it's smaller. It's shorter. Oh, and KB Riley's is 5 1/8. I think this spoke tool is longer. This is about 6 1/8 or 2/8, 6 2/8 with the caps. Oh, you can see it. Sorry. This one with the cap off is about 6 2/8 of an inch, right? So I really, really love this. This is the last. All right, I've already broken down that other part. So I hope only one that is working left. Try my others. I want to show you my others. I think it's on the other side. So I've kept them because they can be great as poke tools. Right? So anyways, thank you for sharing, Susan. And good morning, Vicky. Hello, Vicky from Wims. And of course, from Linda. I can craft now. Hope I can make a card in less than 30 minutes. I am sure you can, Wims. Right? Okay, let me check the Discord if Wims is able to. Good night, Mira. Yes, finally, Mira is asleep. Okay, what did Susan say? Of course, I did, Blossom. What was that? You just not measured those for me, didn't you? You know how Susan is. She is such, full. She's a treasure trove of crafty information. You know what, Susan? Maybe that is something that, you can be part of. See, whenever you guys are here, it's like my brain is like, oh, Blossom is so good at this one. And Susan is so good at this one. And Vicky is like this and that. Right? So, you guys are all awesome. You have your own unique, niche, so to speak. Right? He's ghosting. And yeah, Susan. Vicky, you were there as well? What? You guys probably were in a separate group, right? Oh, that is so cool. What pod were you in? Oh, yes, that's what they called it, right? Pods. And I think Blossom was there too, right? I have several like the Trinity, and then I'm not a fan of the one. Okay, but I do appreciate you trying to help. Yes, the thing with the other, there's this crystal katana. I think it was called the crystal katana, right? So I bought one and it has a black tip, right? And oh my goodness, did it ruin several of my stamps? Because every time you get like adhesive on it, yes, it would, you can easily use that to put your jewels or, on it. It's a great jewel picker, but it stains. And so I said, I'm going to grab another tip. Maybe it's just that tip. It's the same thing. So never really like, I went back to my original, jewel picker. And now it's not available anymore. So I will check out what you guys have suggested. Okay, so Susan is in the Garden Gals pod. How about you? And Vicky was in the Captain Johnny and the Fly. Yeah, such awesome names. How about you, Blossom? You were in Paper Ganza too, right? Super cute. Thank you so much, Linda. It's so nice whenever, we do things on the fly and we don't know what we're going to come up with. Okay, it's hard to compare that if you don't have them in front of you, right? But I love it when actual, crafters and friends do suggest it, because I know that you guys have already, worked with it, and, I really appreciate your takes on it and your experiences. Right? Vicky Designs, hanging out with Cool Johnny and the Fly Gals. Hope I get to meet all of you in real life. You were there as well, Linda. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. If I would love to go and meet up with you next year. Okay. So, do you think that's the event that I should go to? Pick and Main has 1-2 Blossom, and it comes with 3 tips. Oh, I do have a friend in Florida, and she knows where Pink and Main is because she actually took me there, and I interviewed Michelle. Roy, are you still here? Good morning, said Vicky. Maybe he's not. He's at work, I'm sure. Oh, yes, it's Monday morning, right? So do please check out. And there's another channel for Roy. It's called Out Roy. Okay, beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I haven't been chatting. It's okay. Hi, Caroline. Cleaning while I'm listening. And I'm so happy that you're actually, awake so early, despite the fact that you were, live streaming pretty early as well the other day. No, it was 6. Oh, later. No, a while ago. How is that going to be? Okay, let me check. That was yesterday afternoon. Yes. So there you go. Yesterday afternoon. Okay. There you go. 3 tips. That sounds deformed. Really? Have you tried? Anybody? Okay, Crystal Katana. You know that one? I really like it because it's a very cool, right? The middle is like have crystals in it, and the tip has like that rubber tip, big rubber tip. Okay. So I'm waiting for the pop-up too. Yes, Blossom is at 2 p.m. Eastern, right? So it's going to be 2 a.m. So I'm going to be, awake quite late today. So guys, if you have time later, 2 p.m., yes, you can already join, pre-register on the Not Too Shabby post on their, YouTube channel. Oh, Susan said, I think I stopped by your table, but I can't remember. But if ever, right? So, okay, we get to see each other. Hopefully, I like mustard on my sausage biscuit. Gosh, Blossom, you have the most, delicious of food. I'm trying to lose weight, my friends. My tummy is bigger than my breasts. And people would always say, are pregnant women here either pregnant women or senior? So there you go. Okay, snarky stamps. Oh, sister company to Karen Burnis. Oh, I know Karen Burniston was there because I was watching like the daily takes where Bitty Penny was going around the different booths and sometimes would interview some of you guys, right? So, no, the whole middle section without the caps on. Oh, just the middle section. So more or less they're the same. Okay, got it. Thank you, Susan. And of course, we have Stacy. Hi, waving. Dear Stacy Craft, Create and Relate is from the UK, my dear friends. Yes, and Crystal's here, my BFF, my crafty BFF. Yes, hi. Okay, probably Crystal is back at the office. Right, Crystal, we moved our faith journaling from supposedly last Saturday to this Saturday, right? So, yes, and this month I'm hosting. But we will input whatever is going to be the project for that day for STASHtember onto our faith journaling as well. All right, so okay, there you go. Trinity does have a regular size tool, but I don't have that one to measure for you. Wow. Susan can have like a, that would be nice, right? So to have like a manual of, okay, so this, like something like that, right? Yes, Linda. Yes, create and relate is Stacy. Yes. Hi, Stacy. There you go. Stacy, meet Linda Veal. Okay, so I think you haven't met her just yet. Okay. And of course, Caroline, VJ is Vicky. All right. And my dear friends, Caroline is my crafty adventures, right? Yes, she does have a lot of very, very fun crafty adventures, from home decorating to paper crafting, even to cooking and DIY stuff. She is super awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Stacy. Hello, Stacy from Wims. I'm doing day 20 prompt right now. Okay, I will check out the Discord in a bit. Hopefully you can make it. Are you going to camp? Initially, I think Caroline he was, but I think no. Although I might be mistaken, but definitely Marcus is going. Okay, I'm still waiting for that announcement. Okay, I'll tell you later what it is, Caroline. Okay, okay. Okay, put us all together and we make a This is so true. Guys, this is so true. Right? It's like, okay, where's that? Where is that? Okay, this is so perfect. We need to like screenshot this. All right? I need to make a shirt out of this, Susan. And then I'll put Susan Tremper. Right? Because put us all together and we make a whole brain. That won't lose any craft supplies. That is gonna be an awesome merch, and people can just so relate to that, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, again, Caroline, Create and Relate is from the UK, and she is Stacey. Right? No, never been to paper. Oh, you weren't there. Okay, it's just, see, I'm mixing you guys all up. Oh, you watch online. So we're like classmates. Linda, I also just watch online. Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely. I would love to. Crystal, you were there? Okay, so just among the like everybody here, we could probably create like a table already for paper cans, all right? All right, tell me when, my friends. Okay. My visa is a 10-year multiple entry visa. So definitely I can go as long as I don't have an event coming. Okay. Definitely. Oh my goodness. See? Okay, so did you gals actually meet face to face during? All right. So, or you just didn't know you guys were there? Right? Oh my gosh. Awesome. I'll probably, if there is going to be a prize for the one who has traveled the farthest, I would be a winner, right? Oh, okay. Roy is here. Okay. Started this year, hosted by, oh, it was only this year? I thought it was like an annual thing they did. Okay, 2 p.m. Central, time for the pop-up. Oh, it's Central? Hold on. Central. 2 p.m. Central is 1. Okay, so 2 more hours for me to go. Okay. is the time for the pop-up. Oh, it's not Eastern, it's Central. So it is 1 p.m. Eastern then. All right. It's easier for me to do Central Eastern because it's 12 exactly 12 hours. So it's like whatever my time is, I've just turned it into AM or PM. Depends on if it's nighttime or daytime for me. Okay, I am at my day job. Yes, yes. Roy actually has a very awesome day job and he's very busy. I don't always get to watch nonstop. Okay, Roy, Caroline is asking, are you going to camp? Creator camp? Okay, I have several of the crystal barrel pickers for my rhinestone. How you like them? How are you loving them? Are this the crystal katana ones, Blossom? I would love to hear your experience. Or is it just me using it the wrong way? I was wondering why I couldn't find the fate journaling. Yes, we didn't get to do that last Saturday, right? So we decided to do a different, takes on the episode. So we decided to move it to next week. Hi, Jana. This is our dear friend, J. Marie Design. That's Jana. Okay, my friend. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, Jana is your mood board, Moody Mondays? Moody Mondays? All right, is it done? Okay, Jana has this live stream where she, talks about and do something inspired by the mood board challenge. Okay, I tried watching you last night, but I didn't see where you restarted. Oh, yes, she did. All right, she started, but she couldn't bring in Crystal, so she ended it. And then just a few minutes later, she started again, Vicky. But you can always watch on replay. That was super fun. I couldn't catch up with the chat on, Caroline's. There were about, at one point, more than 80, people. And everybody was like chatting. It was like, and the chat was just, it was super fast. Right? And, Caroline's husband was such a great moderator in the chat. All right, there you go. What pod, Crystal? All right, so what pod? Okay, so maybe when you go back and look at the video, and then you'd realize, oh my goodness, you were like in front of me, right? We didn't have someone from Australia. Oh, okay, wait, from Australia. Yeah, that might be farther. Yeah, because they're an hour, or depends on where you are. Yeah, they may be farther. I might lose. I might get second. Yes, definitely Australia. I'll definitely be farther than Honduras. But Australia, I think I'm gonna lose to Australia. Right. 3 Eastern. All right. So probably after the not too shabby pop up, or okay, we can head on to Jana. Yes, definitely by Mary Gunn of Craft Roulette. Yes. 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, hold on. What is the 3 p.m. Eastern? Oh, Jana. All right. Jana's. Okay. Live stream today, my friend. Whew. Would you love to meet up with fellow YouTube creative crafters? Sure, absolutely. I do have a craft, getaway, okay, every other year. So next year, I'm going to have another one, but it is here in the Philippines. So, all right, because one of our dear friends actually owns the resort. So the owner is an absolute fun crafter, right? So 11:30 a.m. Central today. Gosh, we should have like okay, I should come up with that. Okay, I will, have all our friends in the community, and then let's do that, and so that we won't, miss out on everybody's schedule. All right, there you go. Please take note of this, my friends. So 12:30 p.m. Oh, almost there. Okay, I will finish. Oh, pop-up is at 3 p.m. Huh? I thought they said 1 o'clock. Now I'm confused. It's not 2 or 1. Okay. Guys, what is it really? When is a pop up? Is it at 1? Oh, okay. I think you're right. I'm the one who's getting confused. So, when you say, because I know Eastern is an hour behind. So if it's 8, 7. So if it's 3 Eastern. Oh yes, you guys are right. So if you're coming from Central, then you move 1 hour forward to make it Eastern. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's the time difference. It's making me crazy. All right, so yes, this is correct. Jana is correct. Don't listen to me. Okay, listen to the other captions in the chat. I kind of stayed in my corner most of the time. I had to be careful with the noise and sensory overload. Oh, okay, got it. But hopefully next year. Okay, there you go. Moody Monday is 12:30 p.m. Okay, so that's in about 30 minutes from now. Perfect. All right. So after our live stream here, you can guys head on over to our dear friend. Okay, Jana, if you are okay with waiting there for about 30 minutes or so, because I'm almost done, I could actually do a redirect. So for those who don't know just yet Jana's channel, hold on. Let me just fix. Okay, the redirect, my friends. All right, hold on. Okay, just keep on holding on. I might get a strike from singing. Okay. All right, so where this one is, okay, I need to go to my content, my live. Okay, and go to the one that I am live right now. I think it is customized. There you go. Okay, there's the redirect. Okay, guys, apologies. I'm just doing the redirect to go to Jana's. Okay, after. Okay, move. I have multiple screens and it's not. Okay, right. There you go. And let's add a search. Okay, this is. Okay, JM Marie Design. Okay. At JM, let me see. J Marie, not J, at J Marie Designed. There you go. Found it. All right. The redirect is there. Okay. Now I just gotta save it. Okay. All right. See, I should know who is coming after, so I could always, do the redirect. All right. So that is done. Okay. So I can go back to the chat. If only I can close my YouTube. Okay. There you go. All right. So Jana is coming up next after me. Okay. Nothing like that in the UK. So I stay at my desk and film. Oh my goodness, guys. Head on over here. We will have so much fun. Is the same as 2 Central? Yes, absolutely. So I made it like I went back 1. So if you're Central going to Eastern, you have to add like 1 hour. Yes. Oh my goodness. 3 a.m. my time. I know it's 2. Ooh. We'll see. I'll make an alarm. Okay, but that's gonna be super fun. This is the very first time. I'm not sure if it's the first time, but that is going to be fun. I've never heard of like a pop-up online shopping, right? All right, Linda wins. 3 p.m. Eastern is 12 p.m. for me Pacific. And Lala lose. Oh, you're not on the 2. Okay. I'm all over the place, guys. Okay, you're there. Irene, Jen, Berta, and birthday Bob. Oh my goodness, that is super awesome, Susan. All right, done with day 20 prompt, said whims. Okay, how long till your live JM Marie design, Jana? 30 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, I can only do one card today. Okay, I'm on not too shabby today. Absolutely, of course. All right, let me just okay, go to my Discord. Okay, so you can. Okay, I'll want to show you a whim steak. All right, on day 20. I think she said day 20. All right, let's go to okay, me. Okay, let me see. Day 20. Day 20. All right. So this is Wims. Okay, this is her day 20. Okay. And okay. What is day 20? Let me just go back. Okay. So day 20 was okay, okay. Oh. Okay, so it is making magic. Okay, masking magic. Sorry, masking magic. I use the stencil to mask. Not sure if that counts. Absolutely, right? We're not legalistic here, my friend. Just use any kind of masking. And so you did that. Awesome. All right, so this is Whimsteak for day 20. And this is what she did while she was, working alongside us today and waiting for Mira to go back to sleep. All right, that is Whim's day 20, right? So let us check out her day 19. What is day 19? Day 19 is stamp only card, right? So no die cutting. This time, that's her take on day 19, right? Thank you so much, Vince. Okay, guys, promise, since I have to wait before the not too shabby event today, of course Jana will be there, guys, so let's all watch out for that. But first, we have to go. In a few minutes, Jana is going to start, but before we do that, let me just try to go back to what I have done for today. You guys are super awesome. Thank you. So you do realize that when I'm working with a card, sometimes I am not able to go and check out the chat, right? Okay, especially when I have nothing prepared. I'm doing things on the fly, right? So first, was the planner. Now, where's the planner? All right, so the planner, is not planning. Where the heck did I put my planner? Okay, let me see. It must just be here somewhere. Unbelievable. Really. That is the first. Okay, there. See, in front of me under my Rodecaster Pro. All right, so for today. Oh, by the way, let me check first. Okay, my YouTube channel. I forgot. I did ask a question. Did you guys answer? Okay, the prompt. Okay, I did ask you guys to tell me. Okay, so how do you use your alphabet stamps, right? Okay, hold on. Let me just check. Okay. Oh, Debbie J is also live, but I've been, doing that. Sorry about that. Sorry about the sound. Okay. Let me just end the poll. All right. Let me see. End poll. All right. Titles. Oh, that's what you use your alphabet stamps for. Is 53%. 33% is for sentiments. And rarely, 13% only uses it for background. All right. Thank you so much. So now we know that most of you actually use your alphabet stamps for titles. Second is sentiment. But you know what? You can also use them for backgrounds, right? So definitely you can use them as well. All right. So for the, what do you call this? So for the mini alphabets, I actually use them for my planner, right? So before the pen, so I said coffee and then to go, right? So that was the first one, and then the second one was the second stamp set. You chose the all lowercase, friends and coffee, right? So that's what we did. The first project we did tonight. The second one again was, use the alphabets as a background. All right. And then the third one was to use them as titles, okay, or sentiments. So here you have that happy. Okay, so we use that stamp set I've had forever. And this is haunting is actually part of the Canvas Card Challenge September bonus printable that I printed. Okay, and then this one I stamped as well. All right, so and it says boo, right? So it is actually like every letter has like a meaning. Although since I doubled O, so it's kind of, that's the sad part, or the down part of it is the same, right? But it's okay. And then we have that cat. Okay, so we did have, we made 4 cards and of course the planner. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you so much again. For tomorrow, my friends. Okay, so for those who are wondering, what is tomorrow gonna be? All right, so tomorrow is going to be, okay, day 23, sentiment builder. All right, so what is a sentiment builder? Like, for example, you have like a happy, okay, and then you have together, always, now and forever, right? So it's like you have like from different words in the stamps, you can build like a whole sentiment. Like, so there are different words and then you can build, them into a sentiment. So if you have something like that you have never used, that is going to be the prompt for tomorrow's live stream. All right, so just going to take a look again. That's what we had done. All right, so again, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button. And yes, sharing is caring. And please, the notification bell, it really, really helps, my friend. So I've been meeting a lot of new crafty friends because of the notification bell. And of course, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, I just need one more subscriber to hit that 10,800 subscriber milestone. And hopefully, okay, before the end of the year, get to that 11,000 subscribers. All right, so with that, thank you so much, my dear friends. See you again tomorrow. And please, okay, let's all see each other in a few minutes onto Jana's, live stream. Yes, that's so true as well. Bye, everyone. Yes, first let's meet each other, okay, at Jana's channel, all right, if you can. Thank you so much, Linda. I'm so happy to see you here in the chat again. Oh, you took the fall. Thank you, Linda. Lala, Jana is trying to tell you she's not going to live. Moody Monday is not. But it did say. Okay, anyway, let's. But it says there that she is going to go live at 2 in 30 minutes. No? Jana. I'm so all over the place. Oh, thank you. Oh, Susan, only if she is into crafting. Okay. Because if not, they will also remove. You guys are so fun. Can I join your Discord? Yes, definitely. All right. So Blossom has reminded me already to actually start. Okay. Normally, you should be a member of my channel but as a thank you for always being here and supporting, I will be giving you private messages to the links for that. Thank you so much, my friends. See you at the Not Too Shabby event later, or at Jana's, wherever it is. Anyway, I redirected just in case you are not yet subscribed to her. Just, visit her channel and then check out what she has. Bye, friends. Love you all.